Imagine the greatest player in the world suddenly losing control of his own legs.
It was just frustrating just sitting over there just knowing that you can't do anything. You can't help.
Now imagine playing the biggest game of your season in a 90-degree sauna.
It was an extreme condition, and I asked to come out 3 or 4 times last night. I never asked to come out.
There's a conspiracy theory that the Spurs sabotaged their AC unit just to shake off LeBron in the Heat.
I don't think I've ever seen LeBron James look that tired during the course of the game.
And Mike, I just got an advanced copy of the San Antonio Spurs statement on their air conditioning. It's broke.
The year is 2014 and it's game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Heat and the Spurs. A rematch filled with bad blood and unfinished business. Fresh off their back-to-back titles, the Heatles wanted a three-peat, so LeBron struck first.
Leonard poked away by Wade, and James, with one man in pursuit, throws it down easily. And a quick start for Miami. James hits the jump shot.
Following his lead, D-Wade started putting old people on skates.
Very healthy at this time of year. Nice fake by Wade. Oh, beautiful play from Dwayne Wade.
Damn, that is Flash at his finest. First, he got Ginobili stumbling out of bounds and then totally faked Duncan out of the picture before laying it in. But Manu had a fearsome response.
Ginobili steps back and hits the three. And a very confident player, but he turns it over there. That's 3 turnovers for the Heat. Parker, Ginobili for 3.
From 3 in games 6 and 7 last year as Ginobili hits his 3rd 3.
I'm just gonna quote Charles Barkley here. Ginobili!
Ginobili!
Manu exploded off the bench, hitting 3 bombs from downtown, and he wasn't done, causing chaos for Miami's defense.
In the clincher against OKC, nice pass, splitter inside on a bullet feed from Ginobili. Ginobili fakes, out to Mills for 3. It's good!
The Argentinian orchestrated the Spurs offense to perfection in the first quarter, building a 6-point lead. So at the start of the second, an experienced veteran showed up for the Heat as well.
That have happened as Leonard.
Cole turns it over. Then Danny Green turns it right back. Ray Allen wide open in that right corner.
Ray Allen hits a pair of threes to tie the game. And D-Wade continued putting his slick handles on full display.
You're just, you
don't want to go down this way.
Old school D-Wade. We've seen this before. Outstanding job of finishing. Heat 6 for 6 from the field.
Wade finds an opening. Nice shot from Wade.
That's the way of Wade. He took over the lead for Miami with his 12th point of the night on 63% shooting from the field. On the other end, Boris Diaw showcased the Spurs team basketball.
Diaw on the drive. Inside to Duncan. Another beautiful setup for the Spurs.
This is Tim Duncan at 37 years of age fighting for his 5th NBA title. Back and forth we go with the greatest shooter on earth at the time hitting his 3rd triple of the night. But Bellinelli returns the favor right away.
The fans are fanning themselves as Bellinelli knocks down the 3. The air conditioning in the building has apparently malfunctioned.
It was getting hot and sweaty in the arena, but LeBron didn't mind it, at least for now.
James drives right at Diaw. Just barrels his way down. Ahead is James underneath and lays it in.
James was guiding the Heat with 13 points in the first half, but the big fundamental was slightly better.
James is on Duncan. They go over the top. Duncan gets it and finishes. Boris Diaw, offensive rebound. Finds Duncan for the layup.
Duncan put his team up by 5, heading into the locker rooms with his 15th point of the night on almost perfect shooting, 6 of 7 from the field. And the second half started with the Spurs turning the Heat on, both on the court and literally in the arena.
You got to make sure as a coach you monitor guys.
Kawhi Leonard took his time there after the initial drive. That's his first bucket of the game. He was in foul trouble early.
And Mike, what I'm concerned about is injury. If the floor gets slicked by guys hitting the ground and undue wet spots, that to me is what concerns me. As
down by 9 at the start of the third, Miami regrouped and went on a mini run of their own.
Wade sees an opening, can't get it. Nice follow. James fires it ahead. Lewis wide open for 3.
I wouldn't overlook it. I mean, I wouldn't.
An 8-0 blitz powered by Wade got the Heat within 1 when Jeff Van Gundy publicly said what everybody feared.
And Mike, I just got an advanced copy of the San Antonio Spurs statement on their air conditioning. It's broke.
Are you kidding me? A $1 billion arena suddenly got the AC broken on Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Anyway, as the temperature kept rising, James and Duncan kept pouring in at high efficiency.
Diaw tips it, still alive. James comes up with it. Fires away and hits the three. LeBron James. Duncan bangs it in.
And look at bald and young Patty Mills stealing the ball from Wade and finishing the layup in transition.
Patty Mills tries to get some contact, still lays it in.
At this point, it was so hot in the building that players were holding ice bags on their necks trying to cool down their body temperature. Then, the once feisty duo from Seattle, Lewis and Allen, made things work for Miami. In what turned out to be his last moments in the NBA, Rashard Lewis played a significant role in this game. And we don't have to say too much about Ray, who brought flashes of young Jesus Shuttlesworth when...
Ball knocked away. James with a head of steam. Feeds Allen for the layup, and the Heat go back up by 2. Here comes Allen. Allen pushes off. Bellinelli and throws it down.
Grown man move. The end of the day, he got game.
Oh my goodness! Allen crowns his personal 6-0 blitz with a ferocious slam in transition, giving his team a 4-point lead. And back in the day, LeBron was dealing with these kinds of fouls all the time once he got out in the open lane. However, as the temperature kept rising towards 90 degrees at the start of the fourth, the Heat were in a good position.
Bosh has Green on a big height advantage there.
Now it's the smaller guy and puts him in the rim.
Ginobili tried to force it.
They got to throw that ball up to Duncan.
Bosh and one, a three-pointer for Bosh.
Bosh puts the visitors up by 7 with his 18th point of the night. But this is the series when Kawhi Leonard established himself among the league's premier two-way players, as we saw him affecting LeBron's shot there. And then some more bad news for the Heat.
Parker drives, finds Duncan, takes his time, lays it in, and it's a 2-point game. And James is really hurting. They're going to need a timeout to take him out of the game. You see him limping.
That was a signature play from Tony to Timmy underneath the rim. But the more important thing was LeBron James hurting on the bench. He started getting leg cramps supposedly from the unbearable heat. So much so that he remained on the bench for the next 3 minutes. And without the best player in the world on the roster, the Heat started melting.
Diaw looking. Green again. Bang! Spurs up by 2. I don't think I've ever seen LeBron James look that tired during the course of a game. Good feed to Duncan. Duncan lays it in on a gorgeous bounce pass from Ginobili. The beat. Green goes up and throws it down. Danny Green has come alive here in the fourth quarter.
You don't want to see Danny Green put the ball on the ground, but all of Babylon sees him flush it on top of Rashard Lewis.
From being up by 2 with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth, Miami got hit by a Danny Green avalanche and suddenly was trailing by 4 points. And despite the severe leg cramps and his breathing difficulties, James had to return to the floor and at least try to put up a fight.
5 now on the clock. James crossover move, drives to the rim and finishes.
And hobble up. He's cramping up again, Mike.
And he can't even make it down the floor. It's a 5-on-4. Eric Spoelstra asking him to foul. Patty Mills struggling with it, and there's the foul. James couldn't even make it down the floor.
It's gotta be devastating seeing your legs give up on you like that at the worst possible moment, especially knowing that you're the best player out there and you can single-handedly win the game for your team. James was helped off the floor by his teammates as he couldn't even walk by himself. And like it or not, this marked the beginning of the end for the Heat.
Saying, come on, what's a little Heat? You're thinking back of the old Boston Garden days. Green, again, Danny Green from downtown. 3.5 remaining. They go over the top to Diaw. Another beautiful pass from Ginobili for his 10th assist of the game.
Danny Green erupted for 11 of his 13 points in the last 6 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden, the Spurs got up by 7 points. And after Mario Chalmers was able to stop the bleeding for a split second with his corner 3, the onslaught continued.
Parker, Leonard, three-pointer, puts it in! 1.5 remaining. Chalmers a dangerous pass. Allen trying to save it and throws it away. Inside Duncan, out to Parker for three. Bang!
Tony Parker puts the dagger in Miami's heart. This was a part of a huge 16-3 run ever since James got out of the game. He was in pain watching his team crumble at the end and he couldn't do anything to stop it.
The San Antonio Spurs take game 1 of the 2014 NBA Finals.
This gotta be one of the strangest, most controversial, and most unforgettable nights in NBA Finals history. Let me know in the comments if you think that the Spurs did that on purpose or it was just a bad situation for everybody. And although Bron and the Heat bounced back and won Game 2, the Spurs proceeded to win the next 3 games in dominant fashion by an average differential of 20 points. And this Game 1 remains iconic. Thing is, I made a video about other iconic Game 1 Finals performances and there's a bunch that you forgot or didn't even know about. So click right here and check out the video. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.